Dr. Page, how you doing? Alex from ADP. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too, sir.
Yeah, it's been a long day here.
I know, it's a tough day. It's snowing outside and the
It's
weather
horrible.
is very bad.
Traffic has been,
I
it was really bad.
Life.
But yeah. Do you mind if I set my stuff down here?
Go ahead, go for it.
Alright,
Have a seat.
perfect. Well, I'd like to give you my business card. It's got all my contact information on there if you ever need to get a hold of
so
me.
much.
Feel free to do so at any time.
That's a nice design on it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Simple, but it's got all the info on there, you know?
Yeah, you can have mine as well.
Okay,
If
perfect.
you need to contact me
Excellent.
anytime.
Great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So,
Would you like something to drink?
yeah, actually, if you, water's great. If you have
Water?
some water. Yeah.
For sure. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so what I'd like to do, if you don't mind, I'll be taking some notes throughout our meeting today. Just kind of write certain things down, keep us on track with our discussion. And by the end of the day, I will send you an email with kind of a recap of what we talked about.
Perfect.
Okay?
Yeah, that sounds good. You can go for it.
Yeah, great. Excellent.
So I want to ask you, so can we start with you telling me what ADP is exactly?
Okay, yeah, absolutely. ADP is an automatic data processing system, okay? And it will basically help you ease any problems with payroll, all the way down to administrative tasks,
Interesting.
things like that, okay?
Interesting.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah,
Okay,
very
perfect.
well. Thank you.
So, before we get started, is there anyone else you'd like to have in the decision process?
Honestly, it's me right now. Since my wife is very busy, she
Yeah.
usually like takes the decision with me. But
Okay.
yeah, it's only me for
Okay.
now.
Perfect. So, I've done a little research, and I understand you have 2 locations, is that right?
Yeah, we have 2 locations. One that we're at right now, and we have a second one in Peachtree City.
Peachtree? Okay.
Yeah.
Great area. That's
Yeah,
really nice
I like
area.
the city.
So, how has it been managing both locations simultaneously? Is it pretty difficult, or?
Honestly, like, it really gets tough. I mean, it's okay now, but
Okay.
it gets tough sometimes, since like we have to take care. Like, my wife has to take care of 2 kids and be home, and we have to go back and forth. But we manage.
You manage?
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily my wife is a stay-at-home mom, so.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah. Hopefully someday we can alleviate some of those problems and your wife can stay at home.
Yeah, I
That'd be
hope
great.
so. Yeah, that would be really great.
So, okay, so how many employees do you have between both locations?
Okay, at this location, we have 20 employees.
Okay.
Okay, and in our second location at Peachtree, we have 15.
15 over there?
15
Okay, so
employees.
a total of 35
Yeah.
between the 2. Let's see, you know, do you think that's a lot? Are you thinking of you need to hire more employees, or reducing your employees, or?
Honestly, like my wife and I were thinking of hiring more people,
Okay.
especially at the Peachtree,
Okay.
since it's a new location. It hasn't been there for a long time. So yeah, we need to hire at least 5 more people in the next year or so.
Kind of bring it up to par. Has it been pretty busy over there?
Yeah, and we need a little help.
A little
Yeah.
help, yeah. So I know it's 2 locations within a pretty recent new location over there. Any plans of expanding?
Expanding.
Or,
Honestly, we're thinking about it
Yeah.
in the next few years to open another branch or location in near a city. It's called Tyrone. Have
Tyrone?
you heard of it?
No.
Yeah, it's pretty close to our city.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Well, let me ask you a couple more questions. I want to know a little bit more about some of the issues you have with the business. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's your biggest issue?
Oh, okay. My biggest issue is payroll.
Payroll. Okay, who
Payroll,
manages that?
this is like killing us sometimes.
Yeah.
Really, payroll. Since like my wife is doing it.
So she's in charge of payroll?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
in charge of payroll. Since like she's been doing it, it was actually started as a part-time job, then
Mhm.
started feeling like it's a almost a full-time job.
Really?
Since
Okay.
she has to spend a lot of time doing the payroll, and
How much time, on average, do you think it's taken her to do payroll?
honestly, about 10 to 15 hours a month, and that's why we were thinking about hiring an accountant
Oh,
to just focus on that specific thing, which is payroll.
okay. Well, that would definitely cut into your budget, and
Yeah.
we don't want that.
Yeah.
So you said about 15 hours a month. You're looking at about 180 a year, 180 hours a year. That's a lot.
Does that sound
No.
bad or?
Yes, it sounds horrible. That's a lot. I feel like ADP can definitely help you reduce that.
I hope so.
Let me ask you, what current payroll system are you using?
We're currently using Microsoft Dynamics.
Microsoft Dynamics. Okay, and how do you like that? Are there any features that you really like about it or dislike about it?
I mean, it has some good things,
Mhm.
but also like some bad issues, such as like it's good because it's simple,
Okay. So
easy to
simple.
use. Sometimes it does most of the things we need,
Okay.
and it's cheap, and that's one of my concern. You know, to have a
Price
price.
to be low. Okay.
Yeah, and another like some of the bad issues that it's slow sometimes. And,
Slow.
yeah,
Okay.
and it gets harder to use because my wife has to do everything manually on it.
Okay.
You know, so takes a while.
And how much are you paying for the system right now?
Okay, so we're paying around $1,500 a year just to upgrade it.
Okay.
But we also, of course, we paid some setup fees and stuff, but
Right.
I don't remember how much.
Yeah,
There
there's
was-
always some sort of initial setup. fee.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it is.
What about, okay, while your wife is doing the entire payroll process, are there any errors? Does she encounter any sort of errors? Or do things just run smooth?
Oh, I
Which-
wish.
Yeah.
No, I wish. I mean, most of the time we have issues such as like we have on average about 4 checks each period that
Right.
are incorrect and
Four
yeah,
checks?
Yeah,
Wow.
4
Every
checks
pay
and
period?
yeah, and have to
Okay.
be voided.
Okay. And reissued and there's fees? and-
Yeah, of
Okay.
course, and of course there's a lot more than that. It takes us actually a lot of time to update employees' information
Okay.
because we have to enter everything manually, and honestly, some employees also complain about not we do not offer a direct deposit,
Okay, wow.
so
Yeah.
they complain about that.
Direct,
also.
yeah, no, direct deposit is a must nowadays. So,
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't like to get their money fast? You
of
know?
course.
Yeah.
I hear you, I hear you.
Yeah.
So, tell me a little bit about the reports. How do
Like-
you get all the information you need off the system, or?
I mean, issuing reports sometimes can be tough because our software is very limited,
Okay.
as I told you,
Okay.
and we can only like get the basic summary reports, and we find ourselves taking information and putting it on Excel, which again is very time consuming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get this straight. So you get a basic summary report,
Mm.
since it's limited,
Mm.
and then you gather other information, and your wife enters this into Excel manually.
Yes.
Okay.
It sounds
okay.
very tough, right?
So yes, very time consuming. Okay, so I just want to kind of highlight some of what I'm hearing from you, which is obviously this payroll system is very time consuming.
That's right.
The fact that you don't offer direct deposit, your employees don't like that.
Yeah. not really.
Errors, you want to be able to reduce some of those errors,
Mhm.
and the reports, of course.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a couple more questions, if you don't mind. What about taxes? Who's in charge of taxes?
My wife as well.
Oh, wow. She's a busy woman.
Iron woman, I guess.
Okay, so how long would you say she spends on taxes?
She spends about, I guess, 15 minutes every
15
pay
minutes.
period. Yeah.
Okay. So you're doing this twice a month, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
30 minutes a month?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. What about W-2s?
Same thing, about 15 minutes. Yeah, 15 minutes a month.
So you're already looking at about an hour just on those two things.
Yeah.
Now I know quarterly findings don't happen, or obviously they happen on a quarterly basis. Would you happen to know how long it takes her to do that?
Takes her about 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, banking. Who do you bank with?
Oh, Capital One.
Capital One. You say that with a smile. What?
Yeah.
You like Capital One?
I love them. They're just like, they're very nice and friendly. The staff is like the customer service. All of them, they just strive to help you.
Okay.
And yeah.
Well,
I
that's
like
good.
that.
See, I bank with Capital One too.
Oh,
I
you
just,
too?
I just wanted to get your input on Capital One to see what you'd have to say about them. How much do you pay on a monthly basis?
Oh,
to
we
have
actually pay a fee of $250
Okay,
a month.
that's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's alright.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, I know, Dr. Page, you're a very busy man. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Like I said, I'll send you a recap of what we've discussed today.
Perfect.
Obviously with a little bit more information about ADP and the things we offer. So, yeah, let me write this down real quick. So yeah, is that okay with you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would like to receive an email or anything about the information, more details, so at least I could show my wife.
Yeah, run it. Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
run it through your wife. See
Yeah,
what she has
I
to
would
say.
like to her, her opinion.
Right.
And honestly, Alex, you've done a great job.
Thank
and,
you.
This was very, very informative and helpful. And honestly, I would like to, I would like you to come again
Yeah, of course.
next week
Of
if
course.
you can, so we can discuss.
Let me check my calendar. I got next week. I have Wednesday open. What about 2 o'clock? Does 2 o'clock work for you?
2 o'clock Wednesday. Yeah.
Does that work for you?
Yeah.
Perfect.
That sounds good.
Let me write this down. Wednesday at 2 o'clock. All right. I think that's it. That way you can get back to business.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Dr. Page, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Pleasure meeting you.
Have a
sir.
great day.
You too. Thank you so much.